Hey, this is ZachAttack108 here, and today's video, I'm just going to be giving a brief update of what will be happening on our server when we update to 1.8. Um, I've been answering this question several times just this week, so I'm just making this video so that when people are asking, I could just refer them to this video. So, 1.8 comes out September 2nd. In this update, it might be the last update for Bucket to do. We shall see when the time comes to that. But we do have a bunch of plans for 1.8. Like right now, I'm currently in the new hub, and we built this yesterday. So, you may have noticed we are not going to have factions anymore. We are just going to have Townie and the creative. And pretty much why we're not going to be doing factions anymore is one, I see factions as unfair to some players, mainly in the raiding aspect, like one faction, all the members will be offline, another faction will come, claim their land, and raid it, and then when that faction comes on, they're like complaining to me, "Hey, we got raided. Can you come roll this back?" So I'm just fed up with hearing the complaints. And personally, I don't like uh, factions mainly because of that aspect. So we're moving to Townie because Townie will be more. You create a town with your friends. You can create an air force, a navy for war, but when you're uh, going to war, both towns need to agree to the war in order to actually battle. So there's no more, "Oh, I'm bored. Let's go raid this guy," and yeah, and then they're pissed at you the rest of the day or something like that. So that's basically my solution to trying to resolve that issue that's been going on. Also in this new hub, we're gonna try and get some more activities, like we got a parkour and a roller coaster. And then these two zones will probably just like cut down the trees and do it for like themed parties, like Halloween, some Halloween party thing, or I don't know. Well, it'll we'll see when the time comes to that. So, for those of you who are not aware, I'm no longer self-hosting the server. The server is now being hosted on MC Pro Hosting. If you haven't gotten the IP yet, I will have the new IP in the link below. Not link, in the description below. So please come join. I know there's several people, some of my staff, who probably haven't even gotten the IP yet, because I just haven't had a way to contact them. So definitely come join if you've already been a current member. Um, if you have any builds that are in that old creative world, we still have it. I want to transfer your builds to your new plot in the new creative world as soon as possible, mainly so that we can get rid of that other world to help reduce lag. Um, so I think about the only other new thing that will be coming is we're gonna set up like actual theme parks. We're not going to do like a town with a theme park. We're just gonna make theme parks because I've noticed that a lot of people in the creative world are creating these really cool roller coasters or theme parks in and of them own, yeah, in and of themselves. So I thought, why not just make a theme park world where we can make our where one park might be all the cool creations we've seen in the creative world, and we just copy and paste them over or something like that. So yeah. The other thing that everyone's been asking me is, why am I resetting the worlds when 1.8 comes out? Number one reason is there the world is pretty old, so there's like a whole bunch of creative items that have snuck their way in, from rogue staff to uh, abuse of some plugins. I'm not going to say. So there's just too many op items, so to speak, and I just see that unfair to other users, especially the new ones who just don't have anything. Um, so that's one of the main reasons. The other reason is 1.8 has all these new blocks that will be spawning in the world. Now, everyone's been saying, well, why not just have the world regen? It's just easier to do this. We are having a faction war uh, before we actually update. We will not update before that war is actually done, because after the war, we're gonna have like a day that will grief the old maps, so to speak. That way, there's like nothing left. I know I'm gonna have fun with TNT, blowing up bases. That way, no one has anything. We're all starting from scratch, even me. That also includes your bank accounts on the server. That's going to be uh, reset, and inventories. Inventories, it's kind of self-explanatory. The other thing is, uh, if you've noticed, there's not a shop in this new hub. I'm doing this mainly for one reason. The world we're currently in is the theme park world. So, in this world, it's going to be a different inventory. Um, the same thing will go true with the game world. That way, if a game is glitching and your inventory doesn't get cleared when the game ends, it won't affect your survival world, your townie world, or your creative world. It won't affect any of those. So pretty much each world will have a different inventory. So because of this, I'm not setting up a shop. I figured with townie, each town will set up their own shop and end up selling items. That way we get more of a trade market going on. Yeah, I guess that's about all I can say with that. The other thing I'm kind of expecting to see with townie is, I kind of want to see militaries and, well, air forces and navies actually being built in the towns, because I'm thinking every now and then we'll do like a global war where the nations are each going at war, and the winner is victorious with some big prize. But I think it would be pretty cool using the move craft, because we have it, so let's put it to use. Let's make some fighters, let's make some submarines, some battleships, stuff like that. I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so yeah, so with those said, I also expect some towns may not like war. I believe with townie, you're allowed to make your town a peaceful town. So if you want to become the rich town and be the head trademarker, head trade market, go ahead and do it. Your townie is anything that you can really do. Just get your friends together. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna have all the permissions working. I'm gonna try and make sure there's no bugs in the plugin before I even update to 1.8. So 1.8 is going to be our big update. Not only with new worlds, but also just kind of a new focus. The other thing that people kept asking me is when am I going to announce the new builders and mods? I don't know right now. I just started college, so my schedule's been kind of busy. Uh, especially this first week. I still need to get some textbooks. You don't. I'm sure you don't need to hear about that. Um, so yeah, probably don't expect to see me on as much because I just started college. So I'll probably be having a lot more homework. Also, since school started, I know that there's going to be less people on during the day by far. Um, I forgot. Oh, so many of you probably already know the world that the party park is in. That world will too be resetting. I might actually put that world up for download. So if you want to go see all the cool builds that were made in it, you're more than welcome to. Of course, if you want to see some of if you want to ride the roller coasters, you're going to need to create it as a server just with the plugin. That way you could ride the rides how they're meant to be ridden. But in that world with the party park, there's several different things in there, such as the Congress building, which is all the staff offices, the hubs, both game and normal, and then it has pretty much most of our games. It has Cops and Robbers there, which that one should work just fine, even if you even if it's not a server. So yeah, so you can still play that. The other thing is, because that world is resetting, that's where most of our games are. So we are moving and creating new games in a new world called Games. In this world, we've already copied over some of our Spleef arenas, Capture the Flags, 2 new mob arenas, which no one has actually seen except staff. There's even 2 new paintball arenas that will open. We even are planning on making our own Hunger Games maps. Mainly because I just don't want the extra world of Hunger Games. Because right now we currently do not have the maps. They were creating too much lag that I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna remove it. I still have the maps, but the chances of them getting back on the server are pretty slim right now. The other note is there's going to be at least 3 games of each game type right now. We're working on possibly figuring out a new way to do Portal without a plugin, and more with command blocks, mainly new command blocks that will be featured in 1.8. But we'll still have, if it's still working, the Portal plugin until we're sure that we want to convert to the command blocks for 1.8. So yeah, just lots of new stuff. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave it in the comments or come on the server and ask me the question yourself. I think it's about all of it. I'll just hurry and quickly describe. With the parks, right now I think we're going to have 3 parks. One park I will create, mainly because I love theme parks, and I've played Roller Coaster Tycoon hundreds of times, so I don't call myself a roller coaster expert, but I do know a lot. I am I am going into mechanical engineering in college, so kinda close to it, right? So, holy cow, where did that many entities come from? So, with the other two parks, Jaden Army is going to be making a park, and I think he called it Six Flags Jaden Adventures. So, hopefully we don't get sued for that, right? So, yeah, Jaden Army is going to make a park, and then I think the third park is going to be the park of all the builds that we see in the creative world. So, I think that's all for this video. So I'll see you in the next video. That will be a mini game. This is ZachTac108 signing out. Peace.